What's good? This is Trey, and the topic of this presentation is how to attract beautiful women by living a life of passion. All right, so let's look at passion, the word passion, right? And living a passionate life. Passion is essentially, like having strong feelings and strong belief about something, really believing in something, really being intensely intimate with something. And you want to get to a point where you're living your life with passion, where you have a purpose, you have a reason why you're alive, a big reason, a big purpose, a big why. Not just oh, I just need to make some money and pay my bills. Something that is really gonna make a difference, not only for you, but for others. And you gotta figure out what that is. Like, what is your purpose? What is your gift? What is your reason for being on this planet? How can you make this world a better place as a man? So you have to ask yourself that question. Because in order to develop passion, right? Strong feelings for something, strong belief in something, it has to be big. It has to speak to your soul. You got to find that thing that you really believe in, that cause that you really believe in, that why, that purpose. And you got to search, you got to dig deep. You got to look at your past, you got to look at your future, you got to look at what's going on right now. And you got to ask yourself, what am I doing? What do I stand for? Like, how am I making a difference? How is my existence valuable to humanity? What does this have to do with women, right? I'm going to get to that. But let's start here. Let's look at passion. Strong feelings and belief for a cause or for a purpose. Are you living a passionate life? Do you wake up, with this urge, this sense of urgency to make something happen, to create a certain result, to achieve your purpose? Or do you wake up and you're like, oh shit, here we go again? There's a huge difference in your energy and your beingness and how attractive you are to the opposite sex when you're living a passionate life versus just existing, versus just trying to pay the bills, versus just trying to get by. You don't want to be one of those guys that looks back on your life and says, man, I should have did this and I should have did that and I wish I would have did this. Nah, you don't want to be that guy. So you got to look at your life right now, the life you're living, and ask yourself, like, is this really it for me? Am I really living my life? Let's look at passion, okay? The way I see it is because you got to find your purpose. Like, so you start there. Figure out, what is my purpose, right? What do I really want to do? If I could not fail, ask yourself these questions. If I could not fail, if there were no limitations, if I could be living exactly how I want to live and I could be doing exactly what I want to do and I could be making the exact impact I want to make in life, what would that be? What is my calling? What speaks to my soul? What do I feel will make a huge difference? Not only for myself, but for others. Figure that out. And if you're having a hard time figuring it out, start living, start trying different things. Just because maybe a couple things might come up, right? Like for me, I knew entrepreneurship was something I was interested in. And I also was interested in basketball. And I also loved video games. And also, you know what I mean? So I put time into these different things. And I figured out which one was really speaking to my soul. Which one could I see myself really going after 110%? What is that goal? What is that accomplishment that You know, I'm willing to die for it. There's a different energy, a different spirit when you're willing to die for something. You know, that's what a passionate life is when you're living, you're really living, like you're putting your life on the line. You'll die for your purpose. You'll die for your goals. You get to that point, there's a different energy that you carry. As a man, you become more assertive when you know what your purpose is. You become more masculine. You become more grounded when you know exactly what you're doing, exactly what you want to achieve, exactly where you are going, where you are headed. You cannot be swayed. Nobody can step up and sway your opinion and break your beliefs or break your values. You know exactly, you have a specific code that you follow, and you follow it to your death. And there's energy about there. There's a strength about that. There's a confidence that women can feel. And a woman, you know, can naturally feel like she should follow and submit to a man who is truly on his purpose and is not, you know, trying to impress her or trying to look cool or trying to get validation. He's on his purpose and he's in his masculine energy. He's grounded, and she can be an addition to his life. She can come into his life and support what he's doing and also benefit from it. See what I'm saying? And if he stays on his purpose, she will continuously benefit and support it. But she doesn't want that guy who has a purpose and then as soon as he meets a woman, he drops his purpose and starts focusing on the woman, because now he loses that masculine energy. He will lose that groundedness and he will become reactive to her, and he will not be stability, and she will not feel safe being submissive and feminine around him and following him. She'll find herself taking the lead. She'll find herself going in her masculine energy. And now the whole relationship is just screwed up. You know what I mean? So living a passionate life is getting to this point where you have a purpose that you're willing to die for, and you're going after it 110%. And you know what your gift is. You know why you're here on this planet. And you stop following people. Stop following the crowd. Stop doing what society said you're supposed to do. Stop being how they want you to be. Start being exactly how you want to be. You want to become more vulnerable. Put yourself out there, because when you have a big purpose, it's going to require you to step out your comfort zone to achieve that purpose. You know, it's not going to be within your comfort zone. By definition, you know, a big purpose, something big, is something that is going to make a huge impact. It's going to require you to take some big actions. It's going to require you to step up in different ways. It's going to require you to become more courageous, more disciplined, more focused. It's going to require you to become a leader. It's going to require you to step into the unknown. And by doing these things, what happens? You develop character. You develop a strong character. You create your own vibe. And nobody can kill your vibe. If they try to kill your vibe, you just look at them like, there's literally nothing you can do to kill my vibe. You know what I mean? Like that's the point you want to get to. But there's a lot of you have to get clear on what you want to do. Clear on your goals, clear on your values, clear on your priorities, clear on your schedule. Having a schedule and sticking to it. Living a passionate life you know, you have to step into the unknown and you don't know what's going to happen. You know, just because you found your purpose and you found something to believe in and you found a cause to stand up for doesn't mean that you know exactly what's going to happen, right? And things are going to go according to plan. No. It's going to be a roller coaster. You're going to have some highs, you're going to have some lows, you're going to be tested. Your weaknesses will become very obvious through this pursuit of this big goal. You will see where your weaknesses are. You will see your strengths. You will see, you know, what the qualities that are unique to you. You will start to understand others. You'll start to understand yourself more. You will experience these moments where you're like, man, what have I gotten myself into? You know, because it's gonna be tough. It's when you have a purpose and it's something that, you know, like if you're in a certain condition right now and you want to manifest another condition, a greater condition, a better condition, you know, you've never manifested that condition before, so you don't know exactly how it's gonna go. You can get the steps from some people who maybe have taken a similar path, been on a similar path, but your path is not going to be exactly the same as theirs, because you are a unique being. You have unique experiences, you have a unique past, you have a unique mindset, belief system, and so the way things happen in your universe, in your world, is going to be different from somebody else's world. And you just have to be aware of that. You have to know that it is going to be challenging, so that when it is challenging, you don't say, oh, it's not working. No, that's part of the process. That's part of the journey. It's supposed to be challenging. Living a passionate life is intense. It requires commitment. It requires a man to take risks. It requires a man to put himself in danger. Not with, you know, you're applying your intelligence, right? So you put yourself in danger in the sense that you put yourself in situations where you're not going to be fully secure, right? You'll be secure as you need to be, right? You can handle it. But you don't expect, okay, you're going into a new territory, you're taking on a new challenge. Don't expect to have super confidence. You get the super confidence after you go through it. But while you're going through it, you're gonna be challenged. Your confidence will be challenged. Your groundedness will be challenged. Your masculinity will be challenged. But you have to be disciplined. You have to know, okay, this is a challenge. Like this is an opportunity for me to show my power, to show my strength, to show that I can't be shaken. And even if somehow I get knocked down, I will pick myself up and I will continue walking forward on this path because I know my purpose. I've made a commitment that I will continue to keep moving forward until my last breath. Not until the goal is achieved, because once the goal is achieved, another goal will present itself. And so once you understand that your life is your life. Your life does not stop until you stop breathing. So, these guys that, they set a goal and they just go through the process in a miserable way and thinking, okay, when the goal is achieved, then I can be happy. No. You enjoy the journey. Yes, I know it's cliche, but it's facts though. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy all the moments leading up to the achievement of the goal, because those are some great moments. On my journey with women, I started, on the side of the spectrum of being shy, not able to communicate to women properly, not being able to express myself, being timid, unsure, not being able to lead, all that stuff, right? But as I went through my journey and I started working on these challenges that I had, these limiting beliefs, these skills that I needed to develop, this understanding I needed to develop of females, of women, of sexuality, of male to female dynamics, social dynamics. These experiences that I had, these were great experiences. Like having those challenges and then finally getting my first kiss. Like I shouldn't get my first kiss and be like, oh, it's just a kiss. I need to wait until I finally get a girlfriend. No, enjoy that kiss. Enjoy that kiss, man. Enjoy the fact that you overcame all those limiting beliefs, those blocks, the challenges, the naysayers, the haters, whatever, all the rejections, girls making you feel like you weren't good enough, whatever, and you finally got that first kiss. Enjoy that. Especially if you know that you're going to keep going, because if you know you're going to keep going, that means you're going to hit the next milestone. So you might as well enjoy each one. Enjoy that first kiss. Enjoy that first date. Enjoy the date that didn't go too well. Laugh at it. And that's something we need to slow down and really get intimate with life and enjoy every single moment, every single second of life. Every single second. Life is mysterious. You don't know what the hell's gonna happen, when you wake up, And the only thing you can really do is just focus on you, what you can do. But you don't know what's gonna happen externally. So for example, I know when I wake up, there's a certain time that I'm gonna wake up, and I discipline myself to wake up at that time. I know when I wake up, the first thing I do is I listen to some affirmations. I discipline myself to listen to those affirmations. Then after those affirmations, I jump into my workout. Now, when I wake up, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. Sometimes I feel like really tired. Sometimes I feel good, like I'm ready to wake up. Sometimes I'm in the middle. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, man, I just don't want to wake up right now. But I understand that, okay, I can't necessarily control how I'm gonna feel when I wake up, but I can control my ability to be disciplined and do exactly what I said I was going to do, exactly when I said I was going to do it. And what does that do? That develops character, that develops strength, mental strength, emotional strength, that develops confidence. Because the more I do what I say I'm going to do, the more confident I become in myself. You become more grounded. How do you become more grounded, by the way? You become more grounded by strengthening your belief in yourself, strengthening your self-esteem, strengthening your self-reliance, strengthening your discipline, strengthening your ability to stay consistent with your word, having integrity, strengthening your commitment to your values and your beliefs, strengthening your response to life, strengthening your ability to take the action that is aligned with the way you truly see yourself. One thing I remember when I was in high school and middle school, when I was, basically had this shy beingness at the time, right? I would come home and I would think, man, I should have said this, I should have did this, and my character and my groundedness would be shaken because I wasn't being how I truly saw myself. I didn't see myself as a shy guy. I didn't see myself as the guy who couldn't get girls, who didn't know what to do, who was unsure of himself. When I got home, I knew exactly what to do. You know, I felt comfortable. I felt, you know, confident. I felt safe, right? But then when I would go back to school, I would feel inhibited. I would feel self-conscious. You know, I'd be afraid to say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. What if they think I'm stupid? What if they think I'm weird? What if they think I'm awkward? What if they think I'm strange? You know? But I did something about it. Like that's really what needs to be understood here is if you don't like the life you're living, you don't like the character you're playing, the way you're being, you change it. And if you could change it on your own, then change it on your own. But if you need help, you need guidance, you go and seek help, you go and seek guidance, right? Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to get support, right? If you're trying it on your own and it's not going how you would like it to go, you know, there's other people on this planet for a reason. Like, we are supposed to help each other. We're supposed to support each other. Somebody has some information you don't have, and that person is willing to give it, then go and get it. You know, don't try to, you know, when things, I was always that like one-man army guy trying to do things on my own. And that's actually a good quality to have in a sense, but you have to know when it's time to seek advice, time to seek support, time to delegate, time to cooperate, time to align with others, you know, joint venture, you know, collaborate. All right, so now let's talk about what this has to do with women. Living a passionate life, what that does is it builds confidence, right? When you are living a life of purpose, of passion, with intense feelings, intense feelings meaning you will experience joy, you will experience excitement, you'll also experience sadness, you'll experience pain, you'll experience shock, awe, nervousness. You know what I mean? You're experiencing life. You're having an emotional life where you're experiencing emotions. You're not out of control. You're just allowing yourself to experience these emotions. And you're moving towards a goal, a purpose, you know? Like you have a vision. And what happens is you become more masculine because masculine energy is forward moving energy. It's penetrating energy. It's energy of creation. You know what I mean? It's energy of force. It's an energy. And nature wants masculine energy to combine with feminine energy. And together, they create a new life form, right? That new life form could be a child, or it could be a new environment. You know, it could be a business. It could be experiences. It could be an invention. Yin and yang. Order and chaos. Masculine energy, feminine energy. The more masculine you become, the more feminine energy will want to align with you. But the masculine energy can't be out of control. It has to be grounded. It has to be centered. There has to be intelligence behind it. There has to be a purpose and a vision behind it. It can't just be, you know, just all over the place. A woman is not going to feel safe submitting to that kind of energy. You know, a female is naturally seeking a strong masculine figure to align with. That's what she's looking for. And she's looking for a strong masculine figure to align with that makes sense to her. And so there's going to be certain types of women that are going to go for you based on what you're doing because they are they're seeking for a specific kind of masculine energy to align with, right? Because there's different energies out there. There's different men doing different things. But each woman is looking for a certain guy that has those core masculine grounded qualities, but they're looking for a guy that's going in a specific direction, right? So for example, you know, let's say, because the first thing I wanted to do was play in the NBA. So if I would have went in that direction, 110% and went for that, and I was going for it in a masculine way, with masculine energy, with groundedness, with intent, with focus, right? I'm gonna attract certain women that are into that. And I did, right? When I was in high school, even though I didn't have any game and didn't know how to relate to women, I would attract women to me because I had masculine energy that was going in a certain direction, but it wasn't grounded. It wasn't grounded, and I didn't have the confidence and the understanding of females to essentially create these relationships that would have been healthy relationships that would have supported me, and I would have been able to benefit the girl. I didn't know how to lead in that sense. So she saw something that felt like some kind of masculine energy, but then when she really checked it out, it wasn't grounded, it wasn't leading, it was just kind of like an awkward, like it's like a lukewarm kind of masculine energy. It's not like a hot, you know what I mean? Like a hot energy that she could follow. And so I would lose the women. But what I learned since then is, okay, yes, you gotta have that masculine energy, but it has to be grounded, and it has to be moving forward. It has to be leading. It has to be intelligent. You have to be intelligent. Like when a woman is showing interest, and if you find her attractive, you have to lead as a man. You can't just expect her to do everything. You have to lead. You have to show that you're interested as well, and you have to create the proper relationship that's gonna support, the goal that you're going after. You have to be that order. You have to be that intelligence in a relationship. Let her bring the emotions to the relationship. You bring the intelligence and the order. So by living a passionate life and moving towards a purpose with masculine energy and grounding it and being focused and clear and applying intelligence, but also using emotion to help you keep moving forward, you will attract feminine energy around you. It will orbit around you if done correctly. And another thing I want to add in there is, for me, a big thing was I didn't understand female nature. I didn't understand female psychology. You want to understand female nature and female psychology. Why do they do what they do? What kind of guys they go for? What do they represent in nature? And how to respond to them correctly. You understand women by doing your research, studying, but a lot of it is having experiences. Have experiences with women. Be willing to make mistakes. Be willing to go on awkward dates. Be willing to get rejected, because you will learn, you will get these references, and you will understand women. And then you'll be able to create the ideal relationships. You'll be able to create the women you actually want. So let me end this, essentially, you as a man, if you're not living a life of passion, you're living below your potential as far as your ability to attract women, right? Because that's what we're focusing on in this video. There's more to it, obviously. Like, living in your passion is really going to make you feel great. You feel fulfilled. Life is gonna get better for you because you're gonna experience ups and downs, but it's gonna be because of you're going after a purpose. You see, the thing is, when you're experiencing these ups and downs and you don't really have a goal or nothing in mind, it's just like, what is the point, right? But when you have a purpose and a passion and something that you really believe in, then when you have these ups and downs, it may bother you or whatever, but it will make sense because you know why you're doing it. You know why you're going through it, and you will find the energy to go through it. And that's an experience. Women are looking for experiences, but they want the experiences to be grounded and centered in a purpose so that it makes sense to them, so that they can trust and trust you, that you will hold their feminine energy in your masculine energy. A woman can't go into her feminine energy and submit if the masculine energy is not grounded and she doesn't feel safe and she doesn't feel like it's, he's going in the right direction and she doesn't feel like she'll benefit. You know what I mean? So there has to be a purpose behind your masculine energy. And there has to be commitment behind it. All right? So if you are a man who wants to start living with passion, who wants to find his purpose, or maybe you do have your purpose, but you're not sure how to go about it, or what does it look like to live a life of passion. And not only that, you like the idea of living a passionate life that also involves women, right? Because as a man, if you're a healthy man, you want women in your life. Feminine energy, it's nice to have feminine energy around, right? Especially when that feminine energy wants to comply with you, wants to be a part of what you're doing, wants to support you, right? It's not feminine energy that's a distraction or is just giving you a headache or problems. The feminine energy that if you align with it, you get to your goals faster. You'll achieve your purpose faster and it will be a better experience. If this is something you're interested in, send me a private message and let's jump on a call. I'm going to show you what it means to live a passionate life, how you can do it specifically for your life, and how you can create a life that is attractive to women. So not only are you going after your purpose, not only are you feeling passion, not only are you living a fulfilled life, but you'll actually be able to experience that with women who are aligned with what you're doing. And then you can decide the relationship you want to create. If you want to just have one woman by your side and create with her, you can create that. Or if you want to be a guy who has multiple women in your life, you can create that. You have the power to decide what kind of life you want to create, but you have to get grounded in your masculine energy. You have to develop confidence. You have to understand female nature, female psychology. And once you understand these things and you combine these things together, you create this amazing life. Your life starts to become a movie. It starts to become a video game. You're not gonna want to play video games and watch movies anymore because your life becomes that. All right, so if this is something you're interested in, go ahead and send me a private message and I'll see you on the next presentation. Thanks for watching. Peace.